Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, ladies and germs. Elton McFall here in the Long Point sector of Montreal in the East End, still in Hochelaga. But Hochelaga is a very large borough, so not Hochelaga-Mercier where I live, but this is the Hochelaga-Mercier sector of the city. I'm uh, I'm actually just south of Boulevard Notre Dame there, Notre Dame Boulevard over there, and I thought this building is just beautiful. Beautiful building. I'm sure it's not old, but it's got a really nice old style to it. And I thought I would start recording this with this. And right by the river here, I just had a nice little sort of a Zen moment. Not when I used the John just now, but just down there over there, right by the edge there on the rocks and everything. And there's in the distance there's cargo ships, and it's really quite nice, you know. And I was thinking to myself, well, you know, where is it not nice when you're by the water, right by the river? You know what I mean? Let me just see if I can zoom in for you here. I've actually been out here already a few hours, and yeah, you know, doing my thing, you know, filming a lot of trucking, and basically was on the 85 bus and got off at Hochelaga Boulevard and you know, Hochelaga Boulevard and Highway 25, the 25, Autoroute 25 there. Some trucking going on, some nice rigs. And we're starting off here at Bellerive and Des Ormeaux. Not to be confused with Dollar des Ormeaux. Actually, as I walked, I walked all the way down here from one of these side streets, and I'm like, man, I wish I would have made a walking video, but actually really went, look at that cloud, eh? Look at that thrust. But no, I was walking quickly because I did have to go to the bathroom because I'm a coffee drinker, an incredible coffee drinker, and incredible not in a good way. I drink 5 coffees a day. And I don't know why I still do that, considering I quit smoking the herbs, so I have more energy, you know, and I don't know. But anyway, starting to film off here with the Samsung A13, and then I'm going to switch over to the camera, make more count out of here, do a walking video, because a couple of nights ago I did one with at night with my friend Grant, and that was on Bellechasse. So I figured, why not do one now? It's a beautiful evening. It's my favorite time to film anyway, when the sun's getting nice and low there. You get into what's known as the golden hour. And again, there's some nice older buildings down here, a lot of nice different architecture. Here it's Musso, Rue Musso. I don't know which one do I. Yeah, let's walk up maybe this street. Yeah, why not? Because I think this dead ends over there. Oh, I should have put my hat on, eh? I have to stop here a second, put my hat on. Et voila. Can't really take too many chances, you know. I mean, as I mentioned before, you've never watched my walking videos before. You know me, I'm like transparent like glass. There's no filter pretty much, which is a good thing, sometimes bad. And I'm like, it's almost like I'm proud to tell people that, you know, I always put a hat on because I've had a melanoma and I don't want that to come back again. And you can see when a house, a building's got an overhang like that with a balcony, definitely built probably in the 20s, teens, because there was no air conditioning at that time. Ah, there was a serious rig that just went by there. I don't know, Kenworth or Peterbilt. Can't get on the nice Charger here. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to walk down a couple of blocks on Notre Dame Boulevard coming up here. Then I'm going to go more north, even though the lighting is not good, as you can see. For that stuff, it would have been better the other way, but whatever. Hopefully nobody gives me a hard time, because I don't know, I think sometimes people around in this area might be even worse than where I live. Where I live, it's getting more gentrified. There's more Anglos than ever. Nice big ass old trees, really old trees. And ooh, horticulture. They must do horticulture. I don't know what that means. I guess they're gonna trim the branches on these old trees, I guess. Right? So yeah. And I don't know why, for the past hour or more, I've had that stupid Cotton Eye Joe song in my head. I've been going a long time ago. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Cotton Eye Joe. course, I came down here. I was hoping to film something responding, some kind of emergency vehicle, but it didn't happen. We're going to cross right here since no car's coming. There's only this guy here. It's coming too fast, actually. We're going to cross quick. There we go. Never been hit by a car yet. I did come close one time, though. One time it almost happened. Many years ago, I was in NDG, known as Notre Dame de Grasse, and I rushed across the street off of Sherbrooke to go catch the 51, and I almost got hit by a minivan. I think it was green. And I literally, like, I thought it was going to hit me, and I literally, like, when he hit the brakes, I, like, literally, like, just put my hands right on the hood. And you see, this is where you starting to get some nice homes or nice buildings. Because, like I said earlier, when things are near the water, you know, they look nicer and have more value. Yeah. Now, there's a lot of tanker trucks around here because they're almost all oil or oil tankers or chemicals, because there's a lot of oil refineries down there, big time. So, I don't know if I feel like hanging around this way, though. I think I'm going to veer off right here on whatever the street is. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's not, you know, me when I do this stuff, it's like perfection. You know, I have to walk with the sun, or I have to walk with the wind. Everything has to be as enjoyable as possible. Because if I'm going to be doing like what I'm doing now, it's probably going to go like that for a lot of the video, just like walking, everything shadowed. But whatever, it doesn't matter. It's a beautiful summer evening. It's probably about 5:30 or so, give or take. Yeah, the remnants of when religion was everything, eh? And I'm not a religious type, like I always say. These are made in Canada, actually. These are wheelchair accessible taxis only, V8 powered. But, you know, I may not be religious, but a lot of people would agree with me, especially people like in their 30s and up, or 40s and up specifically, that that's what's lacking today is people living with the, you know, the 10 Commandments. Don't steal, don't commit adultery, don't lie, all that stuff, you know. I didn't really pick the most interesting street to turn on, but that's all right, it's fine. No problem. Right now I'm walking northward now. There's Rue Tellier. Maybe I'll make a left here, I don't know. I think I will, because this actually looks kind of a little bit dull. You know, when I was walking in that park there and I went on the rocks there for a while, I had probably my favorite or second favorite song of all time there, and it's song Woodstock, which was, I like the version, I love the version by Matthew Southern Comfort, you know, and it goes, we are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Funny thing is that growing up, though, I grew up on Shom FM, like a lot of you know, when Shom FM was awesome, right? It was when rock and roll was still everything. Now rock and roll is for people of certain ages, like my ages and up, generally speaking. And they played more the rock version by Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Oh, now we're back on Musso Street. But let's walk down a little more on Tellier here. Oh, by the way, I don't know how long I'm going to make this, because I did like walk, actually no, let's go this way. I did walk already quite a bit yesterday and today, so, you know. And we've got to get on. So, see, I'm taller than the friggin' branches, so it knocked my friggin' hat off. It's alright, though. I don't really need it right now. Ooh, an old garage. I like that. Old garages, old houses. Built in the 20s, 30s. I'm always surprised when I hear a few English people around here. This is a very francophone, very Quebecois part of the city, is the East End. It's always been. It's nothing new, you know? So, me making videos like this in English, I feel kind of weird, actually, even in a sense. Even though I am a Quebecois. And actually, you know what, to be honest, I feel guilty about it. I don't do any walking videos anymore, ever, in French. One of these days, I guess I'm going to have to do one in French and say, well, forget the rest of the world and look on my roots. And, you know, because obviously I have a lot of Quebecois who are subscribed to my channel. I think some of them probably don't even really speak English, actually. You know, I met them at car shows and whatever. But again, English. Hey, you speak English? English is the freaking business language. It's the international language. You know? Oh, look at this old school, eh? What does it say up there? It says École Le Caron. It was a school. Or is it a school? Oh boy. Look at that. It's got, looks like it's got some grills on the windows there, eh? That's not a good sign. Hey, look at this. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about one of these cars. This is like, check this out. This is like a miniature Lincoln Town car. No joke. This Kia here. I think it's a Kia. It's a Hyundai. What a weird car. I never remember the name of it. Never. Never. Jamais. Jamais. So as I usually do, I'll probably just make a transition to the regular camera because obviously holding this thing a long time is a pain in the ass. And there's a huge boat over here. I don't like filming people too close. I'm gonna go over this way. Holy mackerel, look at that trailer alone. It's got 6 wheels on it. Look at the size of this thing. Holy mackerel, you gotta be rich to have a boat like that. Look at the size of this thing. Holy mackerel. You know, actually it's really weird to see this boat because yesterday I was in St. Anne de Bellevue and that's where you see huge ass boats like that. Yachts, you know, like a huge boat like that is a yacht. But that looks more like a speedboat. Look at the freaking size of this thing. It has probably like twin Mercruiser engines in it and everything. You know, like twin V8 motors for sure. That's really something else. You know, it's a pickup hauling that, and I don't mean a Ford Ranger. You know, it's not a freaking a little Mazda hauling something like that. That's for sure. Let's do something different. Let's go through this alleyway here. Oh, wait a second. Am I already at the tracks? I'm already at the tracks. The CN track is right here. Holy shit, because when I walked down to Notre Dame from way down there, it wasn't that far actually. It took a lot longer to get there. So, anyway, whatever. That's good. I walked too much anyway. But it's funny because actually last week, not Sunday, yesterday, because today I think is the 14th of August, I was over here with Grant, and we did film. Well, it's especially happy for him because I had filmed a trainer before. But yeah, filmed a couple of CN Swisher locomotives, and then they came back with some cars going west. Now, if you don't know what a switcher means, it means that these are local diesel locomotives that they're called switchers because they just basically work in yards, train yards locally, and they're switching tracks all the time. That's why they're called switchers. I wonder what they call them in French. Whatever. I think this is Des Armonts. I remember this really cool mural on this building though. Oh. Don't mind me, just documenting. Mr. Hyundai Veloster. See on the other side of the street, that's Souligny, but this side is called, wait a second. Yeah, I can tell from here. I'm not that blind. That's Des Armonts. I don't need to zoom in on that. Photographic memory. Always had a photographic memory. Mémoire photographique. See, there's one of the tracks that hasn't been used in many, many years. Many, many years. Oh yeah, it's Dubuisson. So, yeah. And I think I'm gonna... And Des Armonts Street, I actually did a walking video a while back here, actually. I'm gonna stop here a moment, take a break. Maybe I will see some diesel action. I don't know, there's nowhere to sit though. Yeah, definitely, you know, it's rush hour in this area when you see this many cars driving around here. I decided to change my mind. You're not going to see, other than those types of switcher locomotives, they're also called 4-axle engines, and they just bring so many cars. So it's like, you know, been there, done that kind of a thing. So I'm just going to continue my thing here, and not that I'm starving or anything or rushing to get home, because actually I did stop at the Mickey D's earlier, not that long ago, to actually get an ice cream. And I probably shouldn't have, because I wasn't really hungry. It's because I know myself well enough that, like, I know I've been doing this long enough to know that like eventually I'm gonna get hungry, because I never have lunch, by the way. If you've ever wondered about that, no, the thing with me is I drink so much coffee, is that you know, like I said, I drink 4 or 5 coffees a day. You know what I mean? So it's like, what am I gonna have lunch for? Right? I have like a bowl of cereal. Like today I had a bowl of Cheerios. I had a banana before that. So that's it. I'm good for a while, you know? Even before I left, I had an apple. Imagine years ago, I never had fruit. Never. Didn't give a shit about my body. Didn't care about my health. I smoked pot. I would get drunk on the weekends, and I miss it sometimes, obviously, but generally I feel good. Healthy body is a healthy mind, and vice versa, you know? So I decided to go up this Zomo here, actually, because even though I did do a walking video here, there's a fire station here on the corner coming up on Pierre de Coubertin, so I'm going to stop there a few minutes. I remember talking with one of those firefighters just before they got a call and started responding, which I haven't heard any responses today, as I mentioned, that actually one of the firefighters was burnt out. He was fed up. He had been doing it a few years, and I'm sure that must be a concurrent thing. You know, you don't see really many fires, and when you do, the shit really hits the fan. If it's a really big fire, man, you could lose your life. Hey, yeah, I remember I stopped here actually last week with Grant. We were here last Sunday. Very good crèmerie. Crèmerie is French for ice cream parlor. Very good. Mind you, I never paid $7.50 though for a milkshake. Now I feel like I'm getting a milkshake. No, I just had an ice cream, which is funny because I mentioned ice cream. And this place is really popular. It's like a Creole type cooking restaurant. I'm gonna have to come and eat here one day. So many wonderful restaurants in the city I've never tried, eh? No. Yeah. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna go to the fire. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the fire station. I don't know. Lately, when it comes to the responses, there's not many of them. There's obviously always more responses in the winter. Wait, is it obvious to you? It's obvious to me, and people will know what I'm talking about. But what's all this jazz over here? Oh my God! What's all this stuff? Anyway, walked in there with Grant because I had to go to the bathroom as usual. Gee, do I mention enough in my videos how much I go to the bathroom? The price to pay to being a coffee drinker. Anyway, the lady let me use the bathroom. She could have said no. She could have said you have to be a customer. And there's a guy next to me with the largest baby carriage I've ever seen. It's just like you wouldn't even be able to go on the bus with that. It's so big. Whoa, look at that Fit just parked there in a freaking alleyway with graffiti all over the place. Holy mackerel. Check this thing out. 70 something. Yeah. Classic Corvette, eh? As popular as ever. And you know how I know that? Because A, I live in an area where there's tons of them. And B, if you ever go on Kijiji, right? Kijiji, which by the way, what I sell is pretty much dead. It doesn't even exist anymore practically. Oh no, I made a mistake. This is Hochelaga for crying out loud. Oh, the city put this here. Okay. Anyway, so I lost my train of thought. Yeah, if you ever go on Kijiji, right, and you go on the classic car section, there's it actually shows you the most popular searches for cars. So like Corvette is in there, Mustang, Camaro, Porsche, and Mercedes. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Yeah. I think I did a walking video here a while back, didn't I? I don't even remember anymore. It could have been years ago. It could have been the friggin' winter for all I know. I know it was here a couple months ago. I remember. Oh yeah, I did do a walking video. That's right. That's when some turd actually yelled out at me from a Jeep actually. Retard. People here are really nice. Actually, I had a nice sub here a couple months ago or so, and yeah. And I've seen this wall before, and I took a picture of a motorcycle parked here, and I thought to myself, that would be for me. This is what I was talking about, Grant, is to do like a painting. Do like a painting one of these old cars I love, you know, like a big brown Laurentian or something, or I don't know, whatever, a Biscayne, and with this background, because that's so 60s, 70s type of design, you know. And I don't know what street we're on here. Let's see here. We are at letter Pierre Tétrault. Which is funny because there's somebody I know I despise with that name. Oh well, you guys who know me, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, can't like everybody, right? It's like I told these folks I met today, they're from BC, they're from Vancouver, nice folks, you know. I said, me, I hate everybody equally, you know. And of course, it's kind of a joke because I like people too. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing this, you know. But it's funny because I actually only started talking to them because the dude, you know, they're in their 30s. The dude was actually, sorry, I was just hoping the sound is going to come out because I know there's something about the way I hold this camera and it's just often the sound gets all, you know. Anyway, he's wearing an Expos jersey. And it was on P9 in Ontario near the Big O, and I told him, I said, you better go get a picture of yourself with the Big O because I don't know if it's going to be it in the future. I think they might destroy it because there's talk of that. There's talk here about demolishing the frickin' Big O, right? A Montreal icon. Ever since it's been open since 1976, just almost 50 years, a year younger than me. And because why? Because it's cost like, I don't know, they say it costs like $2 billion a year to maintain. I don't give a shit how much that stadium costs to maintain. It's a Montreal icon work of art. Okay? So what if the Expos don't play there anymore? That mayor that we have, she's done a great job of pissing our money away anyway on so much stuff. It's not even funny, like bushes and trees and enlarged sidewalks and painting the streets and bike lanes and you know. Look at that. This is my kind of guy. Check this out. Look at a white picket fence. Nice painted driveway. Nice garage. Nice home. You know. Can't wonder. Of course, I wonder what's in the garages, though. You know. That's the car guy thinking. Car guy always thinks like that. Always think about cars. This right here is Pierre de Coubertin. Ah, and the fire station is right here. And I would stay for a while if I could sit down a bit. Could I, if the firefighters aren't sitting there? No, they're not sitting there. Well, I'll take a little break, I guess. Or maybe I shall just, you know what? I'm going to stop this video here. I'm kind of fed up now. I like actually stopping here because to show you, like, this station is so old. It was built in, I think, the 30s. And it was typical at that time and earlier for the fire department to be part, or I should say, it was normal for a police department to be part of the fire station. So, because it's still set in stone here and raised letters or carved in there, still should stay somewhere here. Plus, the police should stay there somewhere. Yeah, it says it right here. Look at that. And this one goes out to you, my friend Ed Beatty down in the States there. I did a painting for him at this station last year. And remember, if you watch a lot of my videos, you want to have a painting done, that was actually the only painting I did actually for somebody who wasn't a vehicle. But so, you know, if you're interested, well, let me know, man. Get back to me there. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching and take care. Look me up on Patreon, and take care. Rock on. All the best, and bye-bye.